Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're really going to dig deep into something crucial for businesses, especially these days: sustainability.
Yeah, and how staying compliant with all those environmental regulations is not just like a suggestion anymore.
Right, it's becoming the whole game. So let's get right to it. When we say sustainability, what's the core idea that businesses really need to grasp?
It's like imagine you're running a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Yeah.
Sustainability is about making sure your business is successful today, but not at the cost of like completely using up resources or causing damage that'll bite future generations. It's thinking long-term impact.
Long-term on the environment, on society, and let's be real, on your own profits, too.
Exactly. Ignoring this isn't really an option anymore, is it?
Not if you want to stay in the game. So what happens to businesses that just try to ignore sustainability altogether?
Well, the world's changing, right? Consumers are way more aware these days. If you're a business and you don't prioritize sustainability, you risk some serious consequences.
Consequences like what? Give me the rundown.
We're talking penalties, legal battles, even losing your loyal customers because they don't vibe with how you do business.
Ouch. Nobody wants to deal with that. But okay, it's not just about avoiding disaster, right? There's a flip side to this. Businesses that really embrace sustainability.
Mhm.
What's the upside for them?
Totally. Think of it as a way to attract those customers who are specifically looking for businesses that share their values. It's a way to boost your brand reputation and tap into a whole market that cares about responsible practices.
Okay, so how do we actually put this into practice? Where does a business even begin with all this?
It all starts with these core principles: reducing waste, conserving energy, and responsible sourcing. They sound kind of basic, but they make a big difference.
Okay, let's break them down one by one. Give me an example. How can a business really get serious about reducing waste? We're talking beyond just turning off the lights.
Oh, for sure. You'd be surprised how much waste businesses just generate without realizing it. Start with your supply chain. Could you be using way less packaging? What about recycling? Are you doing that properly? Even something as simple as going digital and ditching paper can make a difference.
Got it. Small changes, big impact. What about energy conservation? What's something practical that businesses often miss?
It's crazy how many businesses are still using old, outdated appliances and systems that just eat up energy. Upgrading to energy efficient stuff like LED lighting, smart thermostats, even those energy efficient HVAC systems, those can lead to some serious savings in the long run.
Saving money and the planet. Win-win for sure. Now let's talk responsible sourcing. What does that look like in action? Paint me a picture.
Okay, let's say you're a clothing company. Think about where you get your materials. Are you sourcing them ethically? Are your suppliers paying their workers fairly and sticking to environmental standards? Because let me tell you, customers are getting savvy. They want to know where their stuff comes from. By picking suppliers who share your values, you're not just doing the right thing, you're attracting a whole new set of customers who care about that stuff.
It's like walking the walk, not just talking the talk, right? But I gotta imagine, even if you want to do all this, knowing where to even start can be overwhelming.
That's where the idea of a sustainability audit comes in.
Okay, break that down for me. What is a sustainability audit and why is it so important?
It's like a health checkup, but for your business. Instead of a doctor, you've got sustainability experts. They'll come in, look at your whole operation top to bottom. They'll find those spots where you might be wasting resources without realizing it and point out opportunities to do better.
So it's like they give you the diagnosis and then a plan to get better.
Exactly. And once you've got that plan from your audit, the next step is setting some really clear, measurable sustainability goals. What gets measured gets managed, right?
Totally. But this isn't a one-person job, is it? To really make a difference, you need a whole team on board.
100%. This is where you got to get your employees involved. Train them on sustainable practices. Give them the power to be the change makers within the company.
Turn them into your sustainability champions. Love that. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the big takeaways for our listeners?
Remember, sustainability and compliance aren't just trendy buzzwords. They're crucial for long-term success in the business world. By taking on sustainable practices, businesses can reduce their impact, attract those mindful consumers, boost their bottom line, and, make the world a slightly better place.
It's not just about avoiding those penalties. It's about building a business that thrives in a world where everyone wants you to be responsible. Okay, that's it for this deep dive.